nicer feel to it.
Yeah, it's got an almost improvisational tone.
This semester on Stat 201, prepare yourself for YouTube, because we're all zoomed out. Cahoots and special guests, Tiny Brian, Puppet Shark, Evil Moobot,
I am Moobot.
Morty the Rabbit, and more. Super Statistics Bros.
How's everyone doing? It is haircut. We did get a haircut. Sorry, the hair is gone. For those who know long hair Brian, it's short hair Brian this semester. Who knows? I'll slowly transform over a long period of time back into long hair Brian. Welcome to BAS 320. We do have everything is called Stat 201. It's the name of the channel, so you'll hear me say a lot of Stat 201. Thank you so much, Reed, right there. I'm glad people like that. Glad people like Puppet Shark. He's over there. Puppet Shark and Tiny Puppet Shark. So, Mullet Brian. We do have some... Did we do... No, we did Man Bun Brian. I barely remember having long hair right now. It's all but a memory. Just taken out of my brain. But good to see everybody here. Some of you might have had 201 with me. See Whitson right there. He has 33 hours. Short hair for the moment. Tiny Puppet Shark group right here. Where was Tiny Puppet Shark at? All this good stuff. Rip the hair. I'm sorry, Walker. I'm sorry, Walker. And thank you, everybody, for all the positivity and all the conversation in the chat. So one thing is, a lot of people may already know how this class works. I want you to answer no or yes to this question. So this is a yes-no question. We're going to do a poll right here. Have you had class with Brian before? Or have you been in Brian's live stream? Live stream with Brian. Yes or no. So 0 is no. 1 is yes. So take a look. The voting's about to begin. So people are saying no, some people are saying yes, but go ahead and vote, and we can actually see the results of the vote right here. So the poll is in the chat. Do ! vote, and then do 0 or 1. So this is how you vote, and we can tally votes. Up there, Max has got it first. Let's throw some points out there. Max showing people how to vote. 20 points max right there. Got some sound effects this semester. So Diego's doing it. Diego, good job right there. So people are saying yes or no. We'll tally the votes, and we'll be going over how these live streams work. Good to see you here, Parker, Jackson, Veda, Justin, Andrew, Cole, Lillian, Reed, Max, Julia. I'm reading the chat as we speak. Oh my gosh, so much participation. 20 more points on those participations right there. Kevin, good to see you here. Making people mods as we speak. So it's about a 50-50 split. Here, I can show you the poll. Let's go take a look at that poll right here. There we go. Here's the poll. I've got the syllabus up in the background. And here's the poll right now. Keep voting. Oh, no, we got like 40 people in the class. Vote in if you haven't. Thank you so much, Isaiah, right there. Glad to be back in the class. Andy, let's add Andy as a mod and Josh as a mod. So we're going to be going over the basics of how this class works right now. I want people to give as much advice as they can, because I'm going to be telling you how the class works as I make people mods right here. You probably got a lot of questions like, what is a mod? What's going on? What did I sign up for? We got this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. We got a 50-50 split on it right now. Who's been to my classes before and who hasn't? So it's a tie. Mubot will tell us it's a tie. Before we get to the syllabus, let's answer some basic questions right here. One of the biggest questions we have right here, right now, is how do I talk to Brian? I see everything everyone is saying. Ballin right there, William, Isaiah, Jack. I am watching the chat at all times. I try to, it's easy for me when, especially for 320, if you've had 201, you know, chat goes a little bit crazy. The upper level classes, chat's a little bit slower. I know, right, Daniel? It's a complete tie. But how can you get Brian's attention? I cannot spell. How can you get Brian's attention? Someone help us out right here and explain how to get Brian's attention. Like, you're like, I have a question. Brian, I don't know what's going on. How can you get Brian's attention? Who knows? Current student, former student who's taken a class. Explain to people. Boom, right there, Jack, or everyone another 20 points. We'll talk about what points are here in a second. But you use the @ sign. So use the @ sign to tag me, and my name will show up in orange. This lets me see it easier, and I can respond quicker. So I can see what Isaiah's saying right there, Megan's saying right there by kindly asking and tagging you. Great job, Megan. Great job. Good to have you. I think Megan, former student too. Great to have you, Megan, back in class. Everybody, so good to see you here. And as you can tell, I'm reading the chat at all times. For those who have been to like Twitch or Facebook live streaming, this is like designed to be an interactive experience. I'm not trying to be too mean on Zoom, but this is not where everyone's just staring at their screen. Good to be back too, Matthew. Good to be back. This is where I'm reading what you're saying. You're talking to me. I'm talking to you. This is pure interaction right here. It's what we do. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to make someone's day. I just want you to ask someone how they're doing, you know, be like, what'd you have for breakfast? What are you going to have for lunch? Hey, what are you going to have for dinner? You know what? We might make a pizza tonight. We got like those California Pizza Kitchen pizzas. Ooh, those are good. So ask someone a question. I want you to tag someone. Like I'm just going to tag Matthew right here. And I'm going to say to Matthew, we'll go to Matthew Robinson right here. We'll say, how has your day been? And I want you to notice, everyone's tagging one right there. I want you to notice when you are tagged, your name appears in orange. So that lets you see kind of how it looks on my side right here. Whoa, right there. What's no, Max? Max, I have to remove that. Max, no. And that gets into what mod powers are. We'll talk about those in a moment right here. I know that's a joke, but just in case. We'll make Brendan a mod and Nathan a mod right here. Max, you're fine. Just don't do that. Oh, it's been pretty good so far. People are already just killing me in the chat already. It's the way it goes. Just a lot of fun, a lot of craziness. We always try to keep it professional here. My day's going well. It's going pretty well. Busy day. This is my big day. I have one more class after this. And so, it's going to be one more class a little bit later. Got a little bit of a break. I'm still in Texas, in College Station, Texas. So, Shiv, good to see you here. Everyone's a little bit tired. Busy stuff going on right here. Adam says hi. We'll make Adam a mod right here. Good to see you, Adam. And so you can see how your name looks when people are tagging you, when people are asking you questions. What's on the menu tonight? What is on the menu tonight? Who's making dinner and what are we having? So all this great stuff right here. Good stuff right here. Ballin's asking, great to see you in class. Everybody, good stuff. So this is the way it works. Just say hey to people and enjoy your time. Frozen pizza, always good pizza. Good stuff right there. You can make it when you want. It's good pizza. So that's how to get my attention. But you might be wondering, what are mods? How do you know if someone's a mod on this channel? And use your mod powers wisely. You probably won't have to use them. I'll make calls if I need to remove something from a student a lot of times. I think it's all right if I say this yesterday during Stat 201, a student kept spamming points, and they spammed it like 20 times. I said, hey, can you stop spamming that? I know I'm on a latency. And so Jake's pointing out there the wrench. Exactly. Me as a mod. You guys are already making my day. And I say you guys I'm from New York. We're in the New York shirt today. But if there's something, it's super rare that I've ever had to remove or do something. We're just all about positivity here. I know that sounds like a lame YouTuber thing to be like, we're a positive community. Well, no, we're a classroom. This is what we do. We're not trying to be like, what's up, Stat 201ers? Brian Stevens here with another one of those crazy videos.
Wow.
No, we're teaching class and we're having fun and enjoying our positive vibes. Exactly right there, Wilton. So we're not going out making prank videos and stuff and being like, we're a positive community. No, we teach class, we have fun, and we're really nice to each other. So please tell me if there's ever an issue. I've literally only had like 3 or 4 issues ever with teaching online, but we like to keep it really positive here. So please tell me if you ever think there's an issue. So that's what we have mods for. The real time you're going to use your mod powers, mods can remove things and time people out. If you don't want your mod powers at sometimes, because especially if we do a public stream and we get a big public stream, we do sometimes get trolls. So you have the ability to remove things. Like you can don't hide other students. Please don't do that. I don't think you can hide other mods. But with this right here, if we ever have an issue, we can remove people from the chat. We will see what they say. We had one person trolling us with multiple accounts, and we kept having to ban them. They trolled us with like literally a dozen accounts. So it was just insane. They kept coming back. But anyways, we've rarely had issues. It's super rare. And then we deal with it. And in future, I've figured out how to shut down chats if need be. So we don't really have to worry about our mod powers, especially with our unlisted streams right here. And that's a big thing to know. I sent out an announcement today, but I want you to take note of this right here. When you go to the syllabus, does everyone see right here where it says, click here for class playlist? Does everyone see this? I'm going to drop this in the chat right now. But this is your class playlist. Does everybody see this? I want yes or no's in the chat. Yes or no in the chat. Yes or no in the chat. Do you get non-students in your streams? Rarely. It's usually a former student who someone gave the link to, which I'm okay with. Like, I mean, I don't want everyone giving out the link, be like, hey, yeah, just give out, you're joining the stream. But I've had like former students be like, hey, so-and-so told me, you know, and like it'll be a student who's like working a job right now and be like, hey, I'm just joining and say, hey, so-and-so was in your class and they gave me the link. I'm not going to, that's totally fine. I don't want people like being like, hey, join in my teacher's stream. Then we don't want that. We don't want people doing that sort of thing. Like random people joining in here. We've never had that sort of issue. So here is our unlisted links right here and all this good stuff. So we've got workarounds. We've got like backup plans if anything were to happen. But you can see right here, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. Does everyone see all of your classes will be listed right here? Now, one thing that's super great about us doing this on YouTube, which is so amazing, is if we go here to a previous, let's just go to like office hours from the summer or something. Does anyone know what Brian does with his videos after they've been posted? What does Brian do with videos after they've been posted? So if you go to a previous video, what happens to videos after they've been posted? They are archived immediately. So people say, oh, wait a minute, can I rewatch this? I turn them into chapters right here so you can go through and see what was covered. I think this was during mini term, so it usually has like a class under it. You get timestamps. You can see long hair past Brian right here. So this is the longest like my hair got. It was all the way to my shoulders. Just crazy long hair right there. But you can just go through and use the timestamps. The long hair is back for a half second, and you can just click through and just boom, you're at that part of the presentation right here. So you can use the timestamps to your advantage, and you can just go through any video, any office hours, Kurt Cobain, Brian. Kind of looks like that, right? Doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at Matt Mercer looking. Yeah, dude from Critical Role, right? Can you do a button? You can hit the like button. I don't know what the button is, but you can hit the like button or you hit the dislike. Oops, don't want to hit that. Anyways, but here's something that's really cool too. You see this feature down here with the timeline? Did you know if I'm going a little bit quickly through the questions, right now you can pause this video live. Inception, Brian, right here. Totally Sam. Let's make Sam a mod. You can pause this video live by hitting spacebar. Now make sure to click the live button down here to be currently live, or sometimes I'll just reload it. Thank you so much, Parker, right there. Yep, so you can, this video you're watching right now, you can rewind this video. You could be like, whoa, what did Brian say just a little while ago? I didn't catch that. You can just rewind this video live. That's one of my favorite features about us being on YouTube. I say something too quickly, because I do talk quickly at times. Just rewind the video. You can pause the video. You can make Brian look all confused, wondering about the words on the page. I think even if you're back in time, you could put the video to like different speeds. You've got all these options, and you can change, if your internet's not doing as well, you can change the playback quality. So lots of options down under here. We should know this. This is kind of your navigation of it. Thank you so much, Isaiah, right there. I'm glad people are liking it. I really like the experience we have on here. I had a student last semester or in the fall. God, it's fall this year. Fall 2021. I had a student last year in fall 2020 say to me, can we just use Zoom? Everyone's using Zoom. Can we use Zoom? And I was like, well, I really like YouTube. And they're like, can we use Zoom instead though? I think I got them to buy in on the YouTube. So that's what we got going on here with the YouTubes. And you are mods to do everything. And you can rewind this video. You can pause this video. You can speed up this video. You probably don't want to speed it up. Can't get to the future because I'm in the future. So you're probably wondering, what are points? Brian, you've been giving out points. You've been hitting these buttons and you've been like 50 points. Oh my gosh. No zoom ever. We're all zoomed out. So what are these points? So right now, points are given to you by Mubot.
I am Mubot. I am not Brian. I promise you I'm not Brian.
It's really not me talking for Mubot. I promise you.
I am Mubot.
See, look at that. I'm not talking. I'll just like, I'll be talking and Mute. I'll be talking at the same time. See, he's talking and I'm talking. So totally not me.
I give out the points for the class. So your points are bonus on your final grade. Exactly, Nathan. That's where Brian said I can give out points. Another 10 points. Great job, Nathan. It's behind me. Brian messed up and didn't put that in front of me. So that's another 10 points. Brian's gone. I'll teach the class now. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I give out the points. These are points on your final grade. And yeah, just keep getting the points.
Not too much going on right there. Evil Mubot appeared for a half second. He can technically take away points. Mubot has boss mode. You were right, Daniel. Exactly. So points that go on your final grade. I mean, that's as quick as it is. If you take a look next to your points and people are showing you how to check your points VTuber like video. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wish I had that. I mean, I could figure out that out. I don't know how to do that, Parker, the people who do the VTuber stuff. I don't have those face tracking stuff that they do. How do I get these so-called points? You're here. So Aaron, this is how you get points. I say, wow, everyone gets another 20 points. And then you see you hear the noise or you see this. And guess what? Mubot just gave you points. You can see Mubot giving out the points right there. Jax put it perfectly in the chat right there. Participation, be here live, interact live. This is the way to do it. Does everyone understand that? You get the points by being here, interacting. And then if you're wondering how many points do I have on my final grade, there's the answer. It's right there. Now, this is kind of like Pokemon Go. Not that I've ever played that Pokemon Go game. What's going on? Snorlax, Weedle, I don't know, Gen 1. That's what I say, Pokemon. But the points get harder and harder to get as you go up tier levels. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to get to 1/10 of a point quickly, 2/10 of a point, but you're going to slow down in momentum. To get to the 1.2 points total, maximum, let me scroll down, maximum extra credit is 1.2 points on your final grade. So the maximum extra credit is 1.2 points on your final grade via these points. So you can notice some people, let's see, has anyone already gotten to a 2/10 of a point? You might get to that by the end of today. It's a diminishing return. Pokemon Go, give me a message. I just threw my phone away, literally. So I'm not going to have a distraction while I'm teaching. Who would do that? So with this right here, it's diminishing return, but you keep getting points. So you can see people are already at 150 points, which is like 0.1. So the points have different levels. Does that make sense? It's like experience in a video game. If you're ever playing video games, you get so much experience. And then if you want to go from like level 99 to level 100, it requires more experience than level 1 to level 2. Does everyone understand how this works and how it's like a video game experience system? And the Mu-Bucks you get are your experience. And then your bonus points or your level, like people are bronze tier right now. And a lot of people love checking their points. Feel free to check your points anytime, especially in this class. It's usually slower-ish chat. So Matthew, Whitson, Diago, Yuki right there. If I mispronounce anyone's names, please tell me. I will try my best to pronounce everything correctly. You can't level down. Mubot can technically take away points. I've never done that. Maybe I'll get mad and start being like, everyone loses points. I could, but I won't. So that's what points are. So try to get all the points via just being here live. That is the #1 way to succeed. Who took Stat 201 with me and made an A? Did anyone take... Lorca, great to see you here. You got it. So who took Stat 201 with me and made an A? It's as long as you're willing to talk about that. Don't you lose points if you miss a bet? Oh, Megan's right. Megan, 20 points. Yes, if we do betting. So how did you make that A in Stat 201? How did you... Because I promise you it's the same pathway to success in BAS 320. How did you do it in Stat 201? How'd you make an A in 201? How'd you do it? Oh, Parker. I'm glad. It seems like a good regret. Stayed engaged, took lots of notes. Yep. So basically, the notes I would have right now is like, I get points by talking in class, and I can get up to 1.2 points on my final grade. That's like the best notes to have right now on this is like, talk a whole bunch and ask questions. You just get points for doing that. And so, yeah, mostly engaged and took notes. And then you're going to understand better, show up to class and use the playlist. Exactly. And we'll have playlists for this class. We've got the getting started in our playlist. So take the advice of the former students. I don't care. I'm giving out so many points, 20 points right here. And now we're going to break into our talk on what is the Discord. Now I'm going to try to get, so what is the Discord? What is the, autocorrect, I'm not going to take your, what is the Discord? Discord, how to check your points, type exclamation points, Alyssa. So if you just type that yourself, exclamation points. That'll tell you how many points you have. I've got a ridiculous amount of points because I stream all day, every day. Where you go, yep. Alyssa's answering the next question. Great job, Alyssa, right there. Does that make sense? Oh, no, go ahead and check, though. You should have some, Alyssa, maybe. Check. You should have some points now. Great job, Alyssa. So, yeah, you should check, and you should have some points. There, you're at 200. You've already got a 10th of a point on your grade. Great job, Alyssa. Let's throw you 10 more points right there. Great job, Alyssa. Lots of points on the first day. Can't promise I'll be giving out so many crazy amount of points. You never know. So what is the Discord? Discord is a community we have to ask questions and interact with TAs, instructors, and other students. Probably other students most importantly. We've been talking video games in the TA, talking some Binding of Isaac video games. But the Discord is a place where you can go talk to other students, talk to TAs, ask questions, join calls, and you know what? Here, I'll do this real quick. Is anyone on the Discord right now on the 320 channel? Let me go to the 320 general channel and say, who all is here right now? Is anyone in the 320 channel right now? You are? Jump on and say hey. And I want to show you how quick and easy it is. Parker, we were talking video games just a second ago, weren't we? We got Shiv and Wilton and Parker and Adam and Nathan. So if you have a mic and you're okay with talking on a live stream, 2 monitors up, love it. Hi, Daniel, what's up? So if you are okay with talking on a live stream, I'm going to go, oh, Parker already knows. Parker, you want to say hey? You'll be first to say hey. Mute your stream, probably right when you're hearing this. Here we go, because you're going to get feedback. Hey, Parker, you're live on the channel. What do you want to say?
Not much. Just I'm really loving this class. It's a great time.
Awesome. Anyone else want to hop into the channel? Say hey real quick. We'll see who's in the channel. Parker and I are in this channel. We got, go ahead, Daniel. So go ahead, say hey.
Hi, Brian. Can you hear me?
Hear you perfectly. Your mics, both your mics sound awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad to be doing your class. Excited. Looking forward to all the stuff you can teach us.
Thank you. Have you ever used Discord before, either of you?
I have.
And how
This is
easy?
the beta.
How easy is it to use here and hop into calls and stuff?
Oh, it is one of the most easy interfaces to use, and it is very versatile and robust. And I love it. It has great voice quality.
Yeah.
Just all around better than any other alternative.
Yeah, and we're going to get everyone, so I'm going to hop out. I think I just made my hair all crazy. Thank you so much, both of you right here. Let's throw some 20 points to the class. Oh, no, what did oh my gosh, I just did something crazy. I jumped to a different thing. I got to change my hotkeys on this. So, okay, I'm going to leave the call. Thank you so much, you both right here. Excellent work. Earning everyone 20 points. I got to change what my hotkeys are. They do random things. It's like Control-Alt-Shift-2, and it's doing different things when I'm in different apps. It's changing the structure of Word. Got to find hotkeys that don't do those things. How do you access the Discord? If yours says it's locked, we're going to work with as many people to get as many people on the Discord as we can. We had issues with overloading the bot because we invited hundreds of students and so many people accepted that the authentication bot was having problems. Please message me. I'm responding to like a lot of emails right now. Like it was like 150 yesterday. But please message me if your Discord's not working. We will try to go through, make sure you have an account. If you have an account and you have Discord up, but you're still stuck on the authentication, I can probably authenticate different people. Instead of going to Discord from the side panel, go to the modules and click on just the Discord there. Awesome. Let's talk about some people might have the Discord up, but might not have the channel selected. So let me show this real quick. Make sure you go to if you've already joined the Discord, you might not have joined our channel. So let me show this. I'm going to take a picture and show it over here. Okay. And we'll get as many people on the Discord as we can because truthfully, it's just so helpful. You can join in and help people, and we'll have Kahoots to review, all the good stuff. Does everyone see right here where it has request a class role? Yes or no in the chat? Let's throw 20 points. Yes or no? Do you see where it says request a class role? If you've authenticated, you should see this. I've sent things on how to authenticate. Discord instructions, and it says, Lurka, send me an email and say, Brian, I can't get the instructions. I'll send you the instructions. So if you see this, make sure you click the following button right here. Let's put a big green circle. So if you're on Discord right now, who has clicked that following button? And then you should see this channel appear and the other 320 channels. Is this making sense right here? Go to that request a class role and then click the number 2 button right there. So you want to click, I'll highlight it even. You want to click what I've highlighted right there. And now, does anyone see that 320 channel appear for them? I'm going to make sure we get as many people on the channel as we can. Go ahead and say, hey, in that channel. And the good news about this is you're going to get points by doing this. So this might fix it right here. This might help a lot of people. I think a lot of people have signed up. Oh, thank you so much, Daniel. 20 points, Daniel, helping out in the chat right there. Balls help balls. That's what we like. Daniel's throwing some help out there to Lurka. But I'm not authenticated. Email me and I'll get you authenticated up. So if you had problems authenticating, we've had issues with the bot just because we've been adding so many people, which is awesome. It's like a good, bad problem. So yeah, why not just put the Discord link in the chat? It should work. Let me go grab that. Yeah, let me go grab that real quick. 2 hours later. Okay. I wonder if I could just grab that soundbite also. I'm going to go grab the Discord link. And that's a better idea. Who said that? 20 points. So copy link address. And if you're having problems authenticating, please tell me. And because some people are going to have issues right now. Here's the Discord link. And we are authenticating people to make sure it's a UTK. Yeah, why not? It's just a nice day with all these extra 20s. Just getting some positivity out there in the chat. And mine says I don't have access, so I'll email you. Yeah, we'll get it fixed up. And thank you. We're really honored that we have so many people. We're at 244 right now. Have we had more people join since I last checked? When I took the screenshot, it was at 244. And now we've had 3 more people. I'll take it. I'll take 3 right there. We got people saying, hey, thank you to everyone joining. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type !rank. And when I type !rank, you will get to see, and I'll take a picture for those not in Discord right now. If you're not in Discord, Reed just joined in. Good to have you here, Reed. So if you're on the Discord right now, you can do !rank. And guess what? On the Discord, so a big thing that you need to know on the Discord, you can get up to 0.5 points on your final grade by using Discord. Now, here's the thing. I set these standards way too low. How many points does Brian already have on his final grade right now at level 4? How many points do you think Brian has on his final grade if he was a student? Megan, we'll get you authenticated. Email me and I'm like personally emailing people and asking them like, I sent you this number, and then tell me what it is. Like I'm doing the authentication myself to get as many people on as quickly as we can. How many points does Brian have on his final grade from Discord right here? 0.4. You are right, Adam. Great job. Adam, you're starting the whole class a whole bunch of new bucks right here. Might turn that sound effect. But does that make sense right here? Your level is your points. So your level is your points. I'm number 1 on the server. Got to keep it that way. Got to keep talking to people. But your level right here is... Where's my draw? So your level right here is your number of points. So I have 0.4 points on the server. And I really haven't done that much. Not for long. Parker's going to take me down right there. And I mean this, and I'm truly okay with it. You get points for talking in the video game and the sports channel. How do you rank up? You just talk. You just talk. You can't spam the channel. If someone just types hi every day, I might be like, I don't know. I'd say like, you know, just try to answer questions, talk to people. The whole point is just to get people to interact and to answer questions, ask questions. You have a question, go to the Discord, ask a question. You're getting points for asking. It's tracking you and it's in the background at all times. I got a points for saying thank you to everyone joining. I got points for doing that. Well, we have to know the basics for our first real class or something. We'll be learning that. We'll be going through the basics. We start out from the very, very beginning. If I was allowed in the chat and can see my rank, does that mean I somehow got authenticated? I guess so, Megan. Yeah, you might. It sounds like you're good. Megan, can you see it? Oh, we've got a rank check thing. I think they added rank check. So I think they added a rank check page for people to check ranks. Yeah, so we don't clutter things. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Good idea, Dennis. I think he saw what I was doing when you're only ranked 67. I like that people are liking it. Awesome. And we'll talk data camp here in a moment. Does that make sense on what the Discord is? And we're going to get everyone working up right here. Great job, Lurker, on that. Made for set to one, but I can see it at all. Megan, let me get you fixed right here. 2 seconds. I'm going to fix Megan's, and then we're going to talk the next topic. So let me find... I'm going to make sure you have access to the right channel, Megan. I don't... Megan B, right? Yeah, you've got you got both channels. You should be good to go. I think because you were in the Stat 201. Oh my gosh. I Double click the chat. I think because you were in Stat 201, you did it. You can see it. Awesome. Great job right there. I think because you were in Stat 201, you did it. Yep. So you were all good to go. That's the great thing about our Discord is if you joined it in 201, you're in it for 320. We already got you authenticated and everything. Excellent work. Any last questions about the Discord? I've heard data mining with crypto stuff. Oh yeah, nice stuff right there. We won't learn learn data mining in crypto in 320. We will do data mining in 474 data mining. Any last questions about the Discord? What are people thinking? One last question I have for you is, on a scale of 1 to 10, only the people who've used Discord before, compare Discord to GroupMe. 5 being it's exactly the same as GroupMe, 10 being it's way better, 1 being it's way worse. People who have used Discord and GroupMe, 1 to 10, 10 being it's way better, 1 being it's absolutely horrible compared to GroupMe, 5 being, it's just like GroupMe. Because I know everyone loves GroupMe. GroupMe is like the GroupMe. And I was like, Discord is gamer's paradise. There we go. We got some 9s, we got some 10s, we got some 100s, we got some 10,000s, we got some 7s. I just want people to understand this right here, that Discord has a lot of abilities that GroupMe doesn't. I'm totally all right if the class has a GroupMe. It's your guys' call, everyone's call. But one of the best things about Discord is you can meet with people, you can share your screen, you can work together. We'll talk more about how to not cheat, but like, please don't cheat, please don't share work, please don't email work, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But if you're meeting with someone and you're going through coding and you're like, so for this part right here, let's open up a new RMD and we need to create a value and let's create some values right here. We'll be talking more about how to do this in a moment. And they're like, what are you doing with the left arrow? And you're like, that's storing into this. So you can share your screen right here. It's like Better Zoom and GroupMe combined into one. Exactly, Lurker right there. So you can share your screen like this in Discord. You can work with people. You can get help from me. You can get help from TAs. And it's just as easy as clicking on someone's name and asking a question. If you saw how quickly I was able to just have people join in a call, you don't have to be like, hey, here's the link and here's the thing. You can just jump into the 320 room. You're working away. So that's what we got going on right there. That's the Discord. A lot of great stuff right there. Let's put a cut in the video and hop to the main screen. So one of the most important things in this class is going to be getting R on your computer and getting R Studio. Let's take another quick poll right now with the audience, and let's ask people, have you installed, do you have R and R Studio installed? Now, please, if your answer is no to this, I want to reset. Okay, so remember, vote 0 is no, and vote 1 is yes. The more no's there are, the more time I'm going to spend on this. You can use Windows or Mac. So vote no or vote yes. So remember, exclamation mark vote 0, exclamation mark vote 1. And the scary thing is people who are not voting might not have it. So exclamation mark vote 0 is no, I do not have it. Good, we got about a 50-50. Great job. I love seeing day 1 that people have it installed. I used to not even send it out before day 1. So it used to be day 1, no one had it installed. But if you have it installed on day 1, you are ahead of the game right here. But don't worry, that means you're ahead. If you stop running, you're going to lose the game. So let's take a look at how to get R and R Studio installed. Let me get those tutorials up and let me hop over to our page for our class. Okay, here we go. You're hearing some feedback on Brian right there. Okay, let's do this. Here we go to the main screen. Okay, so it was a pretty good split right there. We'll stop the voting. There we go. It was, so what is that? That's 40 votes, so each is going to be 2.5. So my brain is slowing down. So that's about 40%. 40% have it not installed, 60% have it installed, maybe more like 41, 59, something like that. But to install R, I want everyone to go to this right here. I want everyone to go to assignment 1, Assignment 0 knitting test. Assignment 0 knitting test. Does everyone see this? Assignment 0 knitting test. Does everyone see this? Well, 1 yes. Like Brian, yes, of course I see that. But right here, we have the instructions for downloading R and downloading R Studio. So I want you to try to do this in the background. Right here, you see the downloading R instructions. Go check out the video. Let's talk about to download R. Did I put the links here? Oh, people saying they like it. You can hit like, you can hit dislike. No one's disliked the video. You can be the first or the second, depending on what I do right here. You want to download R 4.1.1. I need to update my R. This is 4.1.0 when I had long hair. Now they advanced it when I cut my hair. Thank you so much, Vita, right there. Let's go ahead and throw some 20 points out to you right there. Thank you for that response. So is it Vita or Veda? Right here, we have type in download R for Mac or download R for PC. Choose one of those two options, and you want to download R. So you're probably wondering, what is R? R is a language. Has anyone ever heard of like C++ or Java or HTML or Python or C# or Cobalt or Fortran or I'm running out of languages. Julia or Julia's really a cutting language, I promise. Python, you've heard of those. So these are Holy C, C, the C, C#, C++, C++. This is a language by which the computer communicates. Basically, all we're saying right here is French, Italian, German, Portuguese. We're just talking off different languages right here. Yeah, email me separately, Emery. Great job right there, Emery. We'll get you fixed up. Great job. So this is just a language by which the computer can talk and communicate ideas. So you need to type in download R for PC or download R for Mac. You will see a screen, just depending on which of these you get to. I think I show both of them, where you go here. We'll go and overlap past Brian. Download R for Windows is going to look like that. And download R for Mac, you're going to click on this one right here. There's a lot of options. This is the one for a Mac. I'll pause on this. And this is the one for a PC. I'll pause on this. And there's the video that walks you through this too, and it's in the first assignment. So hopefully you're downloading that right now if you haven't already. And then you need to go to installing RStudio. When you install RStudio, you will type in download RStudio. And you see right here, download RStudio, rstudio.com, good place to go to. And then when you go to this site, I'll mute my former self. And when you go to this site, you want to go right here, make sure you have R installed, and you'll scroll down and you want to pick either the Windows or the Mac, or if you have like Ubuntu, which some people do. I say like, if you have Ubuntu, but no, some people do have Ubuntu. Then you want to scroll down. This is further down on the page. A lot of people go to this page and they don't realize that you have to scroll down. It is free. I promise you this is free. It'd be weird if R ever was not free. You have to scroll down on the page. Let me show that again. When you go to the page, you will not be buying it. Do not buy it. Don't buy an enterprise version. You want to go pretty far down the page to the near bottom, and you want to either get the Windows or the Mac, most likely, or Ubuntu or Fedora or Debian, or I don't even know what these are. Open, I don't know. I feel like I've heard of it. How are people doing on this? Any questions right now? I want to pause. Remember, the playlist is in the chat. Let me drop the playlist in the chat again, or I didn't do it as a playlist. I have the videos right here. Please, 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 if you have questions right now, please ask. I'm going to pause right here because I don't want to go too quickly. I want to get as many people to turn in this first assignment as we can. How are people doing? Give me some responses right here. We're going to get the first assignment turned in right now. We're going to get 100. We're going to get 100 on the first activity today. You're going to have 2 100s in the book by the end of today. Let's make it happen. I'm putting on my Hackerman music. Done easily. I'm going to pause right here. Who wants 2 100s in the book by the end of today? Who wants 2 100s to start this class out? When people tell me, Brian, all your students can't get A's, I say, yes, they can. We're going to make this happen. Jack wants 2 100s. Be right here in the assignment. Make sure you got R installed. Make sure you got RStudio installed. If you run into a problem, get a hold of me immediately. Is assignment due tomorrow? Not assignment 0 due tomorrow, but activity 0 is due tomorrow. Picture is different. Ah, yes. We'll take a look right here. So we already have submissions. Great job right here. This is not due tomorrow, but we're going to get it done. It is due by the 22nd, which is Sunday. Sunday is when your assignments are due. It's not Rocks, should be UT. Correct. I believe so. So now if you have these installed, I'm taking a moment right here. If you get stuck, Rip already did the activity and misread a comma as a period. Oh, we'll fix that, Parker. You should get multiple attempts. Parker, we'll fix that up. We're going to get you some hundreds here. So set working directory in R. So to set your working directory in R, you're going to go up here. So if you have RStudio installed, make sure you're in RStudio. Does everyone see right here? This is RStudio with these panes. I'm going to go over what these are in here in a moment. Mine says it has to download software for it to work. Is that Rachel? Is that R or RStudio? So do you have you gone through the download R? Make sure you download R first, and then download R Studio and install both. And then you'll go through set your working directory. This is optional. And then I have a video going through the assignment, which we're kind of doing right now. How are we doing, everybody? R Studio? It should just be when you go to the, just here, I'll show it on the main screen. Download R Studio. If you're worried about what you're downloading, just let me know and I can double check. The packages when knitting. Yeah, Adam right there, 20 points. That might be, we'll talk about that in a second right here. They haven't changed. Oh, okay. They changed the page a little bit since I made the video. You see right here, downloading R Studio for Windows, downloading R Studio for PC. And so I think you might be right. It might be the knitting when you have to download R Markdown. So we'll do that here in a second. Great job, Rachel. Great job. So looks like people are good. Follow these steps. If you run into an issue, contact me immediately. Here's the thing. Who's completed this assignment and how long does it take? Because we're going to complete it here in a second. We'll talk about setting working directory next. Who's completed this assignment and how long did it take you? 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes, and that's exactly what I wanted to hear, Jack. Great job. 1 minute. Wow.
Wow.
It takes 1 minute if you don't have any issues and you have everything installed. It takes 10 minutes if you have to install stuff and you install pretty quickly. If you run into a problem with your operating system, with like permissions on your computer, I've had people take way longer than 10 minutes. So just realize it doesn't take too long if you don't run into issues. But if you run into issues, this assignment could take hours. You don't want to, that's not what you want. Is it RStudio Desktop? It should be, when you go to the page, remember, scroll to the very bottom right here, and you want to, if you're on a Windows, here's the two things you want, either Windows or PC. So scroll down on the page. Don't worry about these options right here. I guess it is the desktop one. I just scroll down on the page, which I think if you click it, it brings you down here. So Daniel, great question, 20 points again. Just scroll down on the page. Keep asking those questions. You want to scroll down to right here and Windows or PC version. So the next thing you want to do is you want to set your working directory. I wish I had some coffee. I need to get my second coffee. I don't have enough time to go get it. I'll narrate the video. So to set your working directory in R, the first thing you want to do is have RStudio open and then go to Tools, Global Options. In case you miss it, I went a little quickly right there. You want to go to the very top menu and go to Tools and then Global Options. This is kind of how R does everything. It's like the settings for R. So under the Global Options, next, you'll go down here to Default Working Directory. You'll click the Browse button, and you need to make a 320 folder beforehand or right-click to make one. So when you do this, you will go into your directories, and you might need to right-click. I've already made a 320 folder, but if you were to be in here and right-click and go to New Directory, you can make a new folder. So this helps because this is where you're going to store your files. So go ahead and set this to your working directory right here and click Apply and then OK. Once you've done this, you want to restart R because it's going to choose this as your working directory now. And you'll notice over here in the files, it has the files that I'm using. I don't have my button to disappear at this point. Past Brian had not set that up. Can you do that again? Yes. So what you want to do is you want to go here to Tools, and then you want to go here to Global Options. Tools, Global Options. So it's at the very top. At the Mac, it'll be like a hidden bar. You'll have to hover over on a Mac to get to it. You should see Tools, Global Options. Under Global Options, it'll be the first thing under General. You want to go to Default Working Directory. Under Default Working Directory, if you don't have a BAS 320 folder, I've already created one. You want to right-click inside of here or two-finger click on a Mac, and you will create a directory or a new folder. I've already created my BAS 320 folder right here, so I can just double-click that. I'm going to double-click it, click. And then I'm going to click Open, and that's going to select it. I'm going to hit Apply, and then OK. And then I'm going to close out of RStudio to reset it so these changes are in here. Now I'm reloading RStudio. And you can see my default working directory is going to be right here. This is the directory where I need to store everything. Who, for 50 points, crazy points right here, can tell us the point of the working directory? Just think about the name of it, your working directory. Who can tell us for 50 points, what is the point of the working directory? Like, what's a working directory and what's the point of a working directory? Kind of where files are saved. Pretty much, Parker, you're on the right track right there. Let's get, Parker, that's 20 of the 50 points. That's 20 of the 50 points. Let's keep going. Expand upon this idea of what a working directory is. Store your files, save your files, And this is where all your files you're working with, like every file you need, like that you're going to access, is going to be inside of. Now you can like create file extensions elsewhere, but it's the easiest to access files. So everything right here, where the files can see each other. So these files right here are all in my working directory, and they can all see each other, and it actively updates when we put new files inside of it. So if I put another file inside of this directory, it will update, and these are the files I have. You put data inside of there, your RMD files. These are the files you are working with while you're doing your assignments. So your files will go in your working directory. Where files are saved, stored, this is it. Boom, that's that 50 points right there. Great job, everybody. Excellent work. So if you've done these steps right here, now all you need to do, I am in R320. Do I only have access to my class? Maybe I do. Maybe they changed my access. No, I'm fine with that. So now what you need to do is the following. You need to go here, and you need to go to download both these files, download this file, and then download this UTPNG file right here. So download both these files. You should see both of them appear right here. Open up this file, and you've got the knitting check. And with the knitting check, I want you to do this right here. Does this picture appear for you, yes or no? This is very important, and people are going to lose points if they don't have this picture. Does this picture appear for you, yes or no? Open up the file, and you want to have everything in your working directory right here. You want to have in your working directory your RMD and the UTPNG. Now, if it's not appearing, you might have them in your downloads. You might have opened up the RMD from your downloads, and you might have 2 copies stored. I've seen a lot of that. So you might just want to close out of R, and so just be like, I'm done. Didn't do it. And then go back and open it up from your working directory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my working directory now and open that file from my working directory. That'll initiate R inside of there. My working directory is my downloads. Because I download so much stuff and I have too many classes to organize. I don't know, I could probably organize. So anyways, we have this file right here. If you have the picture, you are good. One last thing to check that you can check, there's the picture, is you can go right here and make sure you have the right version of R. I think it said as long as you have 4.1.0 or newer, you are good to go. So I have the 4.1.0 or newer. You should have 4.1.1 if you've just installed R. And then you're going to go here to knit and knit to Word. Now, the first time you do this, and this might have been, what was it Alyssa was saying earlier, that this will install R Markdown. So the first time you do this, it'll install like basically programs. You can put different programs. Do we have, I don't think I have this yet. Install packages, Calce. Oh, man. Do I get the Calce package? Yes. Library, Calce. Let me go to Calce. Everyone's going to get this right here. Say. Hello. Oh my gosh, it's kitty cat saying hello BAS 320. Does it choose a random animal? It's just a cat. I got to remember how to use Calce. There's the arguments. What by, oh, there it is, cat. By equals shark. Do we have a shark? Oh my gosh. Shark says hello BAS 320. Anyone got another favorite animal? How do I open it inside of RStudio? Open it inside of RStudio. Go to File, Open inside of RStudio, and make sure you open up the RMD. They should open inside of RStudio generally. I have it in the directory. How do I get it to open as a tab like in the RMD? File, Open File. File, Open File. A lion, a polar bear. We should check those. A giraffe. I bet we got a giraffe. So people look like a koala. I bet we got a koala. Nope. That's what we got. We've learned what we have. Squirrel 2? Oh, I guess what Squirrel 2 is. What? Penguin? I bet we got a penguin. I didn't see if it was in the list. Nope. That's a bummer. Koala, giraffe? There have a giraffe. An egret. We have an egret, but we don't have a giraffe. That's not fair. They need to expand this. Trilobite. Is there a trilobite in there? Wow. They really didn't. A ghost? A ghost is not an animal. They have Hypnotoad. Oh, Hypnotoad. From Futurama. Hypnotoad. From Futurama right there. So there's Hypnotoad saying, hello, BAS 320. So the first time you load this in, this is not what you're loading. When you install, it'll install the packages for you that are needed to make an RMD file. So if you have problems, please let me know. Endless Horse, I should have done that. I think you can control like how long it is or something. Please do this right now. When you knit your file, let me show that again. So I was having a little bit of fun right there for a moment. We're not allowed to have fun though, are we? When you knit your file, go here to knit to Word. Under knit to Word, you'll be able to knit your file. And when you knit your file, it'll become a Word document. So what does knitting do? It takes an RMD file, which stands for a markdown file, which can be turned into something. And you can turn this into a web page. You can turn it into a PDF. You can turn it into a Word document. You're just taking this right here and turning it into something else. Does that make sense to everybody what's going on here? Yes or no? I'm going to fall off my desk. How are we doing on this? That you can take all this stuff right here, which is like code and stuff. There's code and there's word portions. Yep. So you just take here, you knit. And guess what? When I go to File, Open RStudio, it says just open a regular photo, not in RStudio. Walk away. I might need to take a look. Make sure you're opening the RMD file, not the photo. I'll take a look. I might need to hop on Discord or something with you and take a look. Now, what are the two things I'm going to check that I'm going to be graded on right here? Does anyone know the two things? There's one of them. Yep, you submit the Word document for knitting. Yep. And what are the two things you'll be graded on once you submit this? Great answer right there, Rachel. Excellent work. So what are the two things Brian will be graded on? There's another one down there. Image and version, exactly. And one thing I want you to notice, and this is one of the biggest avenues towards success in this class, not visualizations. One of the most important things with success in this class is if you're wondering how you'll be graded, there's a rubric. When I go open through the RStudio of the image, it says, oh, you won't open the image in RStudio. It'll open itself. You'll be able to rewatch this immediately after class ends. Exactly, Alyssa. Great answer right there, Alyssa. 20 points. You can watch this immediately after class ends. So with this right here, this is how you'll be graded. So if you're wondering, like, where are the points on the assignment? Boom, right here. 75 points for turning it in. 10 points for having the picture. 15 points for having version 4.1.0 or newer. So you will know your points on the assignment and check these things. The most common issue is someone does not have the image in there. So a lot of people will knit and not have the image. So I'm going to go here to knit again. I'm going to knit it. You don't need to open the image. You don't open the image through R. It'll knit it into the document for you. And when you knit this, go down here and look to see the images here. Be like, there's my points. Then scroll down here and look to see that your points are here. So have other people submitted yet? I'm going to be so honored if we see a jump in the submissions. Let's take a look. 10 people have submitted. How many more? Wait. Oh, wait. I have more people in the class? What? The amount of people in the class grew as I'm teaching. What happened there? Well, that's the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. Welcome new students to the class. Hope you're doing well. Checking out the video here. 3 new students just got added. It looks like I'll talk to them later. We'll find out. But does that make sense to everybody what's going on? Go ahead and submit now if you haven't submitted. 20% of people have submitted. But does this all make sense? How are we doing? Definitely ask some questions right here if you're wondering anything about this. What questions are there? So all we have to do is knit and check to see if the image and the version are right. Boom. Points. Lurka, great answer. When I knit, the image disappears. Then that means the image is probably not in your working directory. Rachel, get a hold of me and we'll figure it out. It says I have to install packages. Yep, it'll install R Markdown. The first time you knit, it has to install the R Markdown package. So if you have problems like this, let me know. Make sure the image is there. That's the most common mistake where people lose points. You turn in the Word document only. Exactly correct right there. Turn in the Word document. I do go through this in a shorter version down here, walking through the assignment and how to do it. So how's everyone looking? Your RStudio doesn't have a knit option. Matthew, get a hold of me, email me, we'll get it working. Like I said, for some people, you can get it done 5-10 minutes. And then other times there's little issues and we'll get those worked out. And that's why to start early. So send me an email and say, like, here's a screenshot of what I'm seeing. It's not working. I don't have the knit option. And then we'll figure out exactly what's going on. I love C++, so seeing results come with time and language. Awesome. Yeah, R's a very friendly language. Easiest A in my life. Don't even need to rename the document. Just file save as. You might need to enable saving or whatever. Just upload that document. Boom, you got a grade. Does anyone want me to grade theirs right now who's already submitted? And I'll be like, you got a 100. Who wants me? I'm going to blank the screen. Who wants me to just grade theirs? Be like, Brian, I've already submitted mine. Grade mine. Please grade mine. Nathan says me. Nathan, can I say your grade? Yes or no when I grade this? As long as you're saying it's okay, Nathan. I'll find yours, Nathan. Nathan says they've submitted. Nathan, can I say your grade? Can I be like, so I'm grading. Let me see here. Nathan said yes. Okay. So I'm scrolling down. Nathan's got the image. Nathan's got the version. Nathan is our first 100. Everyone give shout outs to Nathan right there. Nathan's got the first 100. 20 points to Nathan right there. First 100. Great job, Nathan. I think everyone wants me to grade all theirs right now. I'd spend the rest of class grading. Nathan, how long did that take right there? How long did it take you to do the assignment? Nathan's our first 100 right there. And that's what we like to do. Congrats. Great job. So Nathan, tell everyone how long it took you. Now you can run into small issues. You can maybe not have the image there. The file's not opening properly. 20 more points for the positivity in the chat. I love the positivity. Can you grade a different? No, I can't. So I'll see if Nathan said however long the video was. I like hearing that. Nathan, thank you so much. You know what we're going to do right now? We're going to get our second 100 of the day. Let's make it happen right here. So with our second 100 of the day, it's time for something special. You ready? Here we go. I don't know. I did a different pose that time. I'm already ahead. Great job. You're welcome, Lorca. Great job getting way ahead right here. We're going to do the first activity and get even more ahead and learn a little bit about R right here. We got different effects. It's just, I have to pause at different times. You're just going to be like. I was blocking it. I'm supposed to be a little more over here. So yeah. Okay. I don't want to overuse the effect, even though it's so much fun. 2 seconds. Okay. I'm done. I've been just trying to figure out new things and fun things. Oh, thank you so much, Parker. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, time to get serious. Let's get serious. We're having too much fun. Too little learning. Time to get serious. Okay. So let's go talk through the first activity right here. And if you have R open, you can do the first activity. But guess what? I'm going to do it right here and you're going to get the points. So we're going to learn how to do this. Let's check it out. Activity 0, Introduction to R. Questions are meant to be solved in R. Thank you, Megan. But can be solved with a calculator or pen and paper. So we're good. Let's go ahead and check out this activity right here. Do I preview it? I don't know how to do it. Should go to student view. Take the absolute value of the elements and then sum them together. So what is this? Okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go here to R, and I want you to watch. Charizard gang. Yeah, that's my starter right there. Charmander. Psh, never evolved my Charmander. Oh, I did in Pokemon Go. Whoops. Yeah, oops. So go here and do this. Let's talk for a moment about what an R script is. In R, script is just code. It's like a script, like follow this script, and you tell the computer to follow it. Does everyone see here? I'm under the plus icon inside of RStudio. So kind of watch. If you don't have RStudio yet, just watch and follow along and write down in your notes. An R script is just a bunch of code that the computer will run. This differs from an R markdown file, which has code in it, but also has a word portion. So who in the class can explain once again, when we have an R script, it's only what? In R script, which you notice up here has the R icon. Let's zoom in so we can see that. The R script right here is only what? You see how it says R? This is all what? Everything right here. Everything right here is what? Everything I'm going to write right now is what? Like that's something, it's all going to be what? The value. Everything right here I'm writing is what? It's all code. Now over here, inside of this is called the R Markdown file. So an R Markdown file is going to be code, and these are code chunks. So code goes inside of code chunks, and then these are like word portions. And then look at this button right here. This is the coolest button. You ready for this? When you click this button right here, it shows you what it looks like as a Word document. Takes a moment to run. It's going to take your computer's memory up a little bit here. You okay, computer? And so this here shows you what it looks like, and it's showing you the code chunks. Do you notice, wait for it, keep waiting. Do you notice where the code chunks are? Do you see a code chunk on the screen currently? And do you see a word portion of the document? Like I can just be like, I can type whatever I want. This is not code. I can even use word editor right here and bold things. I can do that. I can do whatever. I can underline, I can italicize. I've got basically Microsoft Word here. This is just classic Microsoft Word. Does this make sense? And then great job, Parker, right there. That's worth another 20 points. Oh, I hit the 50. That was meant to happen right there. Parker, great answers, everyone else. Parker's showing how these code chunks are initiated, because you'll notice the code chunks, we're hopping back here to the non-editor version, are initiated by these backticks. Now, you'll notice it turned it into this right here, where it put all this coding around it. You're not meant to know how to do all this Word, LaTeX coding stuff. Don't worry about that. It's going to do it all for you, especially if you use the editor, which is a good thing to use. But if you want to write code, which one of these should you use? So the answer is going to be unique here. Let's just say you want to code. If you want to code, the answer to which one of these should you use is what? If you want to write code, can you write code here inside of an RMD file, which also has the Word document portion? Can you write code here? Let's ask the Rock for which one can you use.
It doesn't matter.
Well, that's quite aggressive there, Rock. Apparently it doesn't matter which one you use. Can make them in Discord. Oh, I didn't even know that. Parker throwing some good advice right there. That's the well-earned 50 points right there. So you can write code in either one of these. But let's say you want to do a Word document. If you want to do a Word document, everyone put it in the chat. What do you need to do if you want to do a Word document? If you want to create a Word document from something, what must you be coding in? So there's two versions of things here, RMD and R. Scripts are only code, and RMDs can be turned into stuff. They can be knitted. If you are creating something you want as a Word document, you'll have the knit to Word option inside of a what? Mon, you're on the right track. Inside of an RMD. This is what a markdown file is. It's an R file with markdown capabilities. Markdown means you can turn it into things. You can be like, I'd really like this to be a web page. And so you can be like, okay, turn it into a web page. And guess what you get? You wait a few seconds right here, and boom, you've got HTML code. So if you want to write your own HTML web page, you can just do this right here and create your own HTML web page. You can open it inside of a web browser, and there you go. You've just created a web page. That's one of the beautiful things you can do with this. You don't need to learn how to code in HTML. It'll do it for you. So this is what an R Markdown file can do. Now let's only use an R file. All that fun. 20 points, all those great answers. Thank you, everyone, responding in chat with all the RMDs. Diego, Megan, Anna, Whitson right there. Now let's just go to an R file. We're going to go to the plus icon here and go to a new R script. Is this making sense to everybody right here? We're going to plus, new R script, and we're on the new R script right here. So with the new R script, we are going to write in the code for ourselves. Here is the code. I'm going to put it in the chat. Let's understand what this code is doing. This code right here has how many elements to it? Just pause for a moment. I want you to just follow this through with me. This code has how many elements to it? How many elements are in that vector? I promise you I'm not trying to ask trick questions. Just kind of go with your basic instincts right here. Just be like, looks like it has what? Parker, you're right, it has 3. Has 3 things inside of it. And let's go right here. Let's go ahead and check this out. There's the 3 things. So with these 3 things, how about we do the following? We just call this numbers. Now, I want to point something out. I don't like using equals. But what do you think numbers is now in my global environment? Let me clear my global environment because I have stuff. You probably don't. Numbers now has 3 elements. Do you see all this right here? This is the brain of R. So here's my brain up here. Oh, no worries, Parker. This is the brain of R up here, and it now knows numbers are -15, -40, and 96. Does that make sense? So these are the numbers. And I don't like using the equals. I should have never shown you that. I like to use left arrow, which I say save into. So you can left arrow into it, which is going to take this and save it into numbers. You can call this anything, literally anything. Does everyone understand that this is just something I'm creating and it's going to be stored as this? Nothing shows, run this right here. You can call it Brian. So run this right here in your chat, Jack. Thank you so much. 20 points, Jack, right there. Does it make sense what's going on right here? That I have created these things. This is a variable. It's a value. So the value is going to be a vector with values inside of it. Does that make sense? Diego, great answers right there. Nice job, Lurka. Does everyone see right here? We have Brian is a vector of length 3. Now, when I say it's of length 3, what am I telling you about it being length 3? You are correct. And so Mun's on the right track. There are 3 elements. There are 3 things inside of this. I prefer left arrow. 100% prefer left arrow. Should have never shown you equals. Just makes sense to a lot of people who code. 100% left arrow. You'll rarely to ever see me use equals. And if you see me using equals, I probably had to look up code on Stack Overflow. Number of elements. There are 3 elements here. So our first question asks us, where'd our first question go? Where did we lose that first question to? Really? I'm losing that 10 out of 10 or 10 out of 5. Take the absolute value of the elements, then sum them together. Could you do this without R? Make sure, Nathan, to put this in your code and run it. And let me make this very clear to people. People might not have known this. To run code right here, hit Control or Command Enter. Please tell me if something's not running. Hit Control or Command. Put on a separate line. So who has gotten this code to run here? You can call it whatever you want. Hit Control or Command Enter. Is everyone doing this right here? Your environment should be empty. Please tell me when you're stuck. I appreciate all this. Another 20 points, people saying it's stuck. So hit Control or Command Enter at the same time, and it will appear. That sends it to the bottom console where it evaluates the code. If you're having a big problem with that, guess what you could do? You can just take this code down here and hit Enter down there. Does that make sense? How are we doing? How are we doing? Doing pretty good? How are we doing, everyone? See, people are doing pretty good. That worked. Awesome. Awesome. And one thing I want to point out is you don't need RStudio to do this. Great. Awesome. Guess what? I think it said take the absolute value of it. Does everyone see that right there? We're calling it Brian for some reason. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to find the sum of it. You could do this without R, but guess what? Does that look pretty easy right there to take the absolute value and to take the sum of it? How do you print out the vector just as well without the variables names? Not. You can just type Brian, and that'll print the vector. Does everyone see right here? I took the absolute value of it, and I took the sum of it. How are people doing with that? And all these numbers added up together are 115. How are people doing on that? How are people doing? 115. Good. Awesome. Can anyone tell me the answer to this question right here? Can anyone tell me the answer to this question right here? I'm stumped. Hardest question ever. This is your first activity quiz. 14. Can anyone tell me how to do this in code? 20 points if you can tell me how to do it in code. So if you want to find the absolute value of -14 in code, use what we have up here. And you're coding already if you're doing this. So ABS right here, absolute value of -14. Boom. There you go. You found the absolute value of it. Great job, Park, right there. Another 20 points. Perfectly following along. Use R to find the square root of 45. Okay, so let's say you don't know how to use R. You could just go here to a calculator, type 45 and square root. There's the answer. Round to 2 decimal places. So, but what do you think? And here's something I want to show you. When you're coding in R, if you type in 3 letters, autocomplete will kick in. How about we type, nice job, Parker, SQRT, and look at what it says. Square root. And so Parker's already showing you here, SQRT, and type in 3 letters, and then just hit, what is Brian going to hit right now? What is Brian going to hit on the keyboard? What button do you think I'm going to hit? I'm going to hit right now to make the autocomplete go through. I'm going to hit Enter. You can hit tab. You can hit tab. Great answers right there. 20 points. You can hit tab. I hit enter. But we're just going to put in 45, and then we're going to hit control enter. How is this looking? How do people feel? Oh my gosh. We got some advanced knowledge right here. Another 20 points. I love all these answers. I'm going to put this inside of a round for a second. I'm going to go to 2 digits, and there's the answer rounded to 2 digits. R will do the rounding for you. The second argument right here is to round it. If you don't like the way this looks, I'm going a little quickly because we're a little shortish on time. We're just seeing some basic ways. Let me go. Here's basic. So we'll put hashtag basic right there. It's like some pumpkin spice latte, which is the best in the world. And a little bit moderate, a little bit more advanced right there. Exactly. They start on the inside. You are correct. With this right here, x is the square root of 45. Like x right now is the square root of 45. So that is what it is, and it evaluates on the inside first. And just do a general round. I think I put a little plus or minus, so you should be good. You can ask it to round, but that's 6.71 right there. So everyone should be good on this. And then last but not least, find this. Does anyone know how to find that? Any guesses? Any? Bueller? Bueller? 8. So you could call this vector if you wanted. You could store into it, and then you could take the sum of the vector. And it's 8. You could just add them up. You'd be like, that's 8. So there's really not that difficult of questions on this. You should get multiple attempts. You should submit, and you should have your first. Did I get 10 out of 10? 10 out of 10. Who's got a 10 out of 10 right now? Who has a 10 out of 10 on this? Remember, you do not technically need to have R installed to do this, but if you followed through and you got the 10 out of 10, I want to get you started here with the first activity. What does the C do? That joins things together. It's like the glue. Great question. 20 points right there. The C is joining things together. Like, what about this? And so what have I done right here? I've made a vector, and let's call it siblings. And I've made a vector of my siblings. Does that make sense to everybody right there? And we'll go more through on coding next time. But I have 3 elements to this, and the C kind of vectorizes stuff into a vector. So now I have a vector of siblings, and there's my vector of siblings, and I could find my own position, which is position 2. Combined, concatenate, combined, kind of glues things together. And then you put a comma to separate each thing you want to glue together. This was done inside of RStudio. And I was going to have, I decided to do the activity today because I wanted to do it in person. I don't want people to get a 0 on this. I know we're hitting you with a lot fast, but who has right now a 100, or who's turned in activity 1 and assignment 1? Who's good on those things? And you don't even need RStudio for activity 1. Please, this first activity, please start this first activity. I'm going to go through the syllabus next time. We have 2 more minutes right now, but I'll go through the syllabus more in depth next time. If you are concerned about anything about this class, you're like, what have I signed up for? We've gone through most everything. The email etiquette, our TAs with their times. We're still getting information from one of them. The course description, all this good stuff. The allocation of points, your responsibilities, the grading. Do not submit late assignments. We don't accept late assignments. No late assignments are accepted. Please do not cheat. We've got review quizzes. Here's the breakdown of points right here. Review quizzes before the test. The tests are done via Proctorio. We have a take-home portion for the test, which we'll be learning how to code for. I really mean this. People like the take-home portions. How to make a quart root function autoplot. Nathan, email me about that, or tell me more about that. We have analytics labs. So the analytics we just did right here, the quiz we did right here, I will be hosting an analytics lab weekly to help you out with that. And here are all your dates for the assignments. Bonus, we talked a lot about that. Your YouTube name can be what it want. Don't download material, and that's basically it. So if you're wondering, square root is SQRT, and then you put whatever inside of it you want. But how do people feel? We've covered pretty much the whole syllabus. You've got the breakdowns of grades, the dates for the breakdown of grades right here, which is most important, and the schedule of times, and we use our tests via Proctorio. Any last questions? We really did everything really great because pretty much we were covering everything about the syllabus throughout all of today. And we got 2 assignments done. Man, this was, I'm just stoked. Just in time for the end of class right here. We have a saying, and the saying is we start on time and we end on time. Oh, that's not the right button. That's the right button right there. There we go. Start on time, end on time. Yeah, you should take... Can you retake the quiz? You should be able to retake it. Let me make sure it's got the attempts in there. I'm going to make sure the retakes are in there. So let me go check out the activity retake. Why would you hire Epic Voice Guy when you have an amazing... Oh, because he's Epic Voice Guy, and it was only like $50. Like, I know $50 is not like nothing, but his... Oh, the Pokemon trailer for the new January game? Yeah, a student sent that to me. It looks so awesome. It's like Pokemon Zelda. That was so cool. No, Epic, thank you for the compliment of my voice. I've always wanted to like do voiceover work and stuff, but he's got such a notable voice. Epic Voice Guy. And I was like, $50? Allow multiple attempts. Here we go. Allowed attempts, 5 attempts. Keep highest score. You ready? Multiple attempts unlocked. It is fixed. You are good to go. Multiple attempts, good to go. We're taking questions right now. Ask those questions. Let me know what you're thinking. And great job, everybody. Really great first day. If you got the activities done, if you got the assignments done, I want to look at the grades. Like, I'm really stoked. I got the classes over up, right? Let me make sure I'm on that. Let me go look at grades. All right, 2 seconds. A little more chill music. If you have questions right now, ask. All right, let me see. We're section 5, right? Got some assignments in. Like it. There we go. What is that? Wait. No. Okay. Wait. Test student. Oh, the test student did something. I have no idea what the test student did. Nice. People are redoing the analytics lab. Yes, let's try to get all 10s out of 10s on the analytics labs. So if you didn't get a 10 out of 10, you can retake it. Awesome. Great job. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Nathan. You're welcome. No. Yeah, that's your one. Everyone gets one, Max. Everyone gets one. Hey, Brian, when I try to knit to Word, it tells me to install a package a few times. Just try restarting or hit like no or yes. It's weird sometimes. Walker also emailed me maybe. This is immediately uploaded, Miles. Great question, Miles. Immediately. It'll be like pretty much you can just click on the video right after it's done. You can rewind, check out the parts we did. But yeah. I'm so glad you're pumped, Nathan, right there. Awesome work, everybody. So if you were following along and getting everything done, what does this stuff in the environment section mean of R? That's the brain of R. So the environment is like what R knows. Here, I'll show that again real quick right here. Let's go to the main screen. So this is the brain of R. It's the things I'm telling R. Like if I go into here, great question, 20 points. If I go here and I write a function and I say, let's go here and say awesomeness. And the function has nothing inside of it. And I say print Brian is awesome. And I run this function and you see the function is saved to the global environment. So the global environment is kind of like the brain of R. It's everything R knows. And if I go to awesomeness now, and it says Brian is awesome. There we go. So this is what R knows right now. It's what R can use. So if I were to say something like vector, which we have stored right here, plus Brian. Here we go. One thing we didn't talk about was we didn't talk about data camp. I'll talk more about data camp next class. Let's see. I think the only thing we didn't talk about really. So we are just still answering questions. I try not to get into too much detail on things we haven't talked about, but you're free to ask questions after class is over. You don't have to stay after class is over, but it's your chance to ask questions. You're welcome, Mun. So good to have you in class again. So if you have questions about data camp or anything like that, let me know. Data camp is our free online learning platform that gives us access. So definitely check out data camp. Definitely check it out. Go right here. Go to some data camp. It's being a little slow today. It's still being slow? Find out. Here we go. We're in data camp. And we'll play one more song or so. Can you explain how the vector plus Brian equaled whatever it did? Yeah, Nathan, let's go check that out. Let's go talk about that real quick. This is data camp right here. That's too beat of music. That's better. Here we are. Let's go look at that. You're welcome, Parker. Excellent work. Yes, people are working some more data camp right now. Okay, let's go look at right here. So what this is going to do is this going to add each of these elements together. So how did we get 0? How was 0 found mathematically right here? Why did we get 0? Here, let's look at the vector. Let's look at the vector Brian. And then why are we getting 0? Like, how did this somehow get 0? And we'll be going through this more step-by-step next class. Like, next class, we're actually going to start doing, like, how to do things in R. How did we get 0? How do we get 0? How did we obtain 0? Just think mathematically how 0 was obtained, what R is doing. And then I'll show you why this is like, you're like, well, I could do that in my head. Yes, we could. How was 0 obtained? Good. No, Nathan right there, 20 points. Thank you for saying I don't know. That's a great answer. 20 points. 0 was obtained by doing 4 plus minus 4. Does that make sense? If you take 4 plus minus 4, you get 0. If you do 1 plus negative 15, you get negative 14. If you do 3 plus 96, you get 99. Does that make sense? Like, each element right here is added to the element in its position. So this is the first element of Brian, the first element of vector, the second element, the second element, the third element, and we just add those together, and so we get the two vectors added together. Like, think about this. If I make v1 and... Oh, no, you're not dumb at all. 20 points, man. Don't worry about that. You're doing fine. That's exactly what I want to hear. Like, you're like, oh, I see what's going on right there. Like, okay, watch this. I'm going to call this 1. I'm going to call this 1, 2, 3. And let's call this 2. And we'll call this 3, 3, 3. Okay, so what's 1 plus 2? What is 1 plus 2? Email me about that. Email me and we'll take a look. Thanks so much. I've been in. It takes possible. Still working to get in my room set up after dad. Awesome. Awesome, Miles. Excellent work, Miles. Tell me if you have any issues. So what's 1 plus 2? Tell your friends, be like, I solved 1 plus 2. They'll be like, well, that's 3. And you're like, no, it's not. Close. You just didn't add the... You're right there. So great job. Yep, you fixed it. Great job. Yep. Now, what is 1 times 2? 1 times 2 is 1 times 3 for the first element, 2 times 3, 3 times 3. So this should be 3, 6, 9. Does that make sense? So we're doing vector mathematics and it multiplies the elements by which element. And it's probably easier to see what that is right there. What's really great about this is, and don't worry about this. Oh, yeah, the bunnies are. Here, I'll put this, red class. And library, red class, okay. And so you need to run these 2 codes to get what I'm about to do. We will be using reg class in this class. It's a package we use. Awesome, Nathan. And watch this. If you were to have a data frame right here, like survey 10, and you wanted to take, we'll go into details. You might be wondering what I'm doing. If I want to take people's heights and divide by their weight, it might make more sense to divide someone's weight by their height, to do like a weight-height ratio. I can take all of these people's weights and all of these people's heights right here. Like, here's the weights of all these people, and here's the heights of all these people. And now I've created a new vector, which is the ratio of their weight to height. Does that make sense, Nathan, what I'm doing right here? I'm just doing the same sort of vector stuff you saw up here, but I've got much larger vectors. So I'm using just 2 big vectors, a vector of people's weights and heights, and you can see what they look like here. We'll go into details about this. But the small examples are what let you do a big example, where it's like, oh, it's just dividing a vector by another vector. You're just taking this person's height, dividing by their weight, this person's height, dividing by their weight, or this person's weight, dividing by their height. And that's all this code is doing right here, is taking this person's weight and dividing by their height. So that's going to be like 2.3 or something. So if we go to the first person, we should see something like 2.3. We'll go, there's 2.2, so close to 2.3. Survey came from an outside. That's it's coming from a package. So make sure you have reg class. So run those things right here. Install reg class, library reg class, data survey 10, and it might change how it looks. Survey 10 comes from reg class, and the data loads in different data packages. So we're loading from the reg class package the survey 10 data frame, which is like an Excel file. But if this is making some sense, you're way ahead. If you're like, this makes no sense, don't worry, you're fine. some sense, you're doing great. So any other last questions right here, feel free to ask them. And hop into office hours anytime. We showed where the class playlist was at today. We showed where the office hours was at today. Really, it's too serious. Really good class, really good stuff right here. Excellent work. Delete this off. I think that's got it. We'll head off right here. I'm gonna go grab some more food. But until then, back to the main screen. I'll be back. We'll be streaming next week. We have class. If you completed assignment 0 and activity 0, you are way ahead of the game. If you have any questions, you get stuck, please email me, please Discord me. We got this, everybody. Great work. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye for now. Bye.